The Boston Celtics stand alone as the final unbeaten team in the NBA for the 2023-2024 season. And this Celtics team, I don't think they're anywhere close to being done. Behind the Killer Jays of Jayson Tatum and Jaylen Brown, who is finally starting to heat up. Last Celtics video we talked about, hey, wait for him to heat up. He's going to be just fine. And then he had 28 in the first half against the Pacers the very next game. Jrue Holiday is playing his role to perfection. You've also got Kristaps Porzingis there. And bald Derek White has been balling. So we're going to talk all about the Boston Celtics here today. So make sure you hit the like button, leave me a comment down below, and hit that subscribe button if you do enjoy it at any point, as well as sticking around to the end of the video. All of those things will really help us out, and as you can see here, a large majority of the people that watch these videos are not subscribed to the channel. So if that is you, just go ahead, hit that subscribe button for me. It'll be greatly appreciated. Now, that being said, let's go ahead and get started. The Big Five have been outstanding to start this season. Jayson Tatum has been Jayson Tatum, early MVP candidate. Jaylen Brown is getting better. He's trending up. Kristaps Porzingis has stayed healthy, which is really the biggest thing for KP this year. Jrue Holiday playing his role to perfection. We'll talk about that later. And then bald Derek White has been probably the biggest surprise of the season thus far. But let's talk about the early MVP candidate, and that is Jayson Tatum, who's averaging about 28 points per game early on, 9 rebounds, 4.5 assists. Again, this is, 5 games into the year, so they're not too far into the season, but solid numbers early for Tatum there. 56% from the field, 41% from 3, 1 steal. Just overall, he's one of the best players in the league. It's been cool to watch him get grown and developed with the team that drafted him. You don't see that as much anymore in the modern day NBA. But 31 PER, 31% usage rate. Dude is at the top of the league right now. And it's crazy that he is still 19 years old. Now, don't go comment. Okay, it's just a joke. Every Celtics video, there's like 5 people that just completely goes over their head. And they're down in the comments, are you serious? Do some research. There's no way he's 19. Anyways, let's go ahead and talk about the guards here. They've got some perimeter defense on this team, and it is elite. You start with Derek White, and bald Derek White has been going crazy. He was elite through the first 2 games of the season. I mean, shades of Michael Jordan. Obviously, his level of play has dropped a little bit, but still 16, 4, and 4. I'll take that any day of the week that I can get it from Derek White as my number 5 option. He's still been insanely efficient at 65% from the field, 57% from 3, doing whatever he wants. Also 1.3 steals a night. Derek White has been hooping. And then you have Jrue Holiday, who we talked about it in the last video, and it kind of made sense. He's not going to be a big scorer. His role is defense. Looking at what he did in the Knicks the other night, absolutely terrorized them while he was the main defender. Now, he's only averaging 13 points, 6 rebounds, 4.5 assists, which is much, much lower than his 19 points per game and 7 assists last year for the Bucks. But he's playing that Marcus Smart role with much fewer turnovers, with much better efficiency, 54% from the field, 38% from 3 in 31 minutes. Marcus Smart has been a train wreck so far for the Memphis Grizzlies. And oh, by the way, Jrue is also averaging 2 blocks per game. So even though he's not as productive as he was last year on the offensive side of the ball, he is so valuable as a defender for this Celtics team. And at full health, this Celtics roster is probably the best in the NBA. I don't know. We haven't got to see him play the Nuggets yet, but I feel like I can make that statement. Now, the big game changer for the Boston Celtics is Kristaps Porzingis, because not really too many people in the league can guard this guy. 19 points a game, 7 rebounds, 1.5 blocks. I mean, really the only person I feel like that can match up with him effectively is like Victor Wembanyama. 56% from the field, 45% from 3, 1.5 steals, because you talk about 7'3", that release point is so high. Only guys like Victor Wembanyama would be able to even contest that. But now, like we said, he must stay healthy. That's the biggest X factor for KP this year in a Celtics jersey. But I don't think he will. I don't want to say that. But I'm hoping he can stay healthy. And then, like I said, I told y'all about Jaylen Brown. The $300 million can't go left thing. I mean, he still can't go left, but $300 million, I think, is probably going to be justified in the long run if the Celtics get a couple of championships out of this Jaylen Brown, Jayson Tatum duo. He's heating up. Last video, he was only averaging about 17 points a game. Now he's averaging close to 23 with over 6 rebounds a game, 3 assists. The efficiency is coming up. He's just not shooting it that much. 49% from the field, 44% from 3. Well, he's shooting it, but not as much as he was last year. Only playing 32 minutes a game here early on, and part of that is inflated by that, or I guess deflated by that Indiana Pacers game where they won by 50-something, and JB did not play in the second half. But he had 28 in the first half. Now, the bench, I think the bench is stepping up. The narrative is that the Celtics don't have a bench unit, but it is stepping up. Some of their stats are inflated, like I said, by that Indiana Pacers game, but Peyton Pritchard played well. He was in double figures that game. Al Horford's starting to step it up. Sam Hauser is proving he can be a somewhat reliable three-point shooter off the bench. O'Shea Brissett didn't have a bad game, but between Peyton Pritchard, Al Horford, they're going to need one more guy. I think it's either going to be, or it could be a combination of Sam Hauser and O'Shea Brissett to really step up, because they're also going to have a difference maker step up. And that is one of these 3 guys right here. Delano Banton was in double figures the other night. Again, it was against the Indiana Pacers, but still, they had a guy off their bench, 2 guys off their bench, not named Al Horford, go into double figures. Very promising for the Boston Celtics. You also got Lamar Stevens, Jordan Walsh down there. Maybe one of them can make a bit of an impact, but as I'm seeing it right now, it's looking like they're going to need one more guy. And I think that guy might be Delano Banton. Let me know your thoughts, though, down in the comment section below. Now, looking ahead at their schedule, like I said, if they lose to Brooklyn tonight, I will be upset, because then this video won't do as good in the algorithm. But hopefully, if y'all hit the like button, leave me a comment down below. That'll be great. Anyways, then they got Minnesota, and then they play Philadelphia. Like I said, I think this Celtics team on paper is the best in the league when healthy, other than maybe the Nuggets, but I don't see the Nuggets on the schedule anytime soon. After that road trip, it gets a little easier. You play Brooklyn at home. While, yes, Brooklyn's a good team, at home, you shouldn't be losing games if you're the Celtics. Toronto at home, the Knicks at home. That's 3 should be winnable games right there. So there's a very clear path to a 10-0 start to the season for this Celtics team. But y'all let me know your thoughts down below. I think, like I said, like we've been talking about the whole video, this Celtics team, they've got the best starting 5 in the league. And, it's like 1A and 1B with them and the Nuggets. But they have a really, really good starting 5 as long as injuries don't hit, because they don't have the luxuries that the Nuggets do. They don't have 3 really solid rookies that are just going to keep getting better off the bench. A Christian Brown, a Peyton Watson, a Zeke Naji, even a Reggie Jackson. They don't really have guys like that. They got Al Horford and they got Peyton Pritchard. And then other than that, they're going to need somebody else to step up. Who will that guy be? Y'all let me know down in the comments below. But with that being said, that's going to be it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. If you do like the Boston Celtics or just the NBA in general, this is the place to be. We're posting about every single day. So make sure to the like button, hit the subscribe button. And with all that being said, thank you so much for watching today's video.